everyone, how's it going? It's Papa Pokemon. We're going to do just a quick video of some of the cards I'm going to have graded, sent to PSA. Got them all logged in the submission forms and just going to send them out in the mail. These are the first 5 since they have it on their service level. This is the first edition Charizard base set. The granddaddy of them all. It's the Mickey Mantle of Pokemon cards. However, this is the German version. I don't have enough money to buy the American version. But the German version still holds its value. American versions, the English versions, a couple of them sold for close to $300,000. But typically they're for a PSA 10, which is a gem mint. This one's not a PSA 10. It's probably going to be an 8. But we'll see how PSA grades that one. I'm hoping to get an 8 on this one at least. A 9 would be great, but I don't see it being a 9. Just because there's a few surface scratches on the hollow, which I don't know if you're able to see, but they are there, and I'm curious to see how PSA grades it. Otherwise, the back, the corners, the side, this is literally a perfect card aside from the hollow scratches. The next card is the Dark Charizard Team Rocket First Edition Hollow. This card is absolutely a gem. If it doesn't get a PSA 9, I will never send a card to PSA again because I don't see any flaw in the card whatsoever. Front or back, the centering is great. First edition, there's no print errors, no surface errors, nothing. It's a beautiful card. It should grade a PSA 9 or hoping a 10. But we'll see what PSA does. A PSA 10 goes for about $10,000 to $12,000 just for that card. So that's the first edition Team Rocket Charizard. Next card I want to have graded is kind of a rarer card. It's from the Dragon EX series, which is Generation 3. It's the Secret Rare Charizard. So 100 of 97 in the Dragon EX set. You don't see a lot of them in the population report just because there's not a lot of them. It's a secret rare. It's not something widely produced even like these two. You'll find more of these than you will of this. So this one's in real good shape. I don't see very many flaws. I'm hoping to get a 9 at a minimum. There's the swirl on this one that everyone's loving. I don't know if you can see it on there. There's a swirl here. But we'll see how it grades. Like I said, PSA. The centering is real nice, which is great. The back is pretty clean. So we'll see how that one goes. That one's hard to get data on cost because you don't see a lot of them. But it's not far-fetched for a PSA 10 to go for $10,000 probably because the population report indicates there's not that many there. The next card, one of my favorites and one of the toughest one to find, is the Charizard Gold Star from the Dragon Frontier set. I believe it's number 100 of 101. And you can see the shining gold star that those EX series had. Cool story about this. I pulled one from a pack back in 2008 and sleeved it. And unfortunately, I had to sell about 12 of these gold stars all at once back in 2009, 2010. And I sold them for $300. Those cards now probably might be worth over $50,000, no joke. Ungraded. Because one of them was a Charizard. There was a Pikachu. But the Charizard's the big one. A couple of these sold PSA 10s for 30 grand recently. One sold for 63 grand, but I think that's an outlier. I think 30 grand is probably a little bit more accurate and realistic for this card. Population report, very limited number of these. I didn't recall last time I checked, but not too many PSA 10s. This one's, I don't see anything wrong with this one either. The only thing is, really there's not. You look at the centering and everything on this card. There's no foil dilapidation on the shiny parts or nothing. The back is clean. It's at least an 8. If it doesn't come back an 8, I won't send cards to PSA ever again. And then the final card that I'm going to send in this pack, because these are the highly expensive ones. They have service levels once you have to separate cards to get graded. But this card, I think, might be my favorite. It's probably the most beautiful Pokemon card I think I've ever seen. And it's the Secret Rare Shining Charizard from the Plasma Storm set. 136 of 135. And this one is just, there's not a flaw in it. It's edges are great. It's perfectly centered. There's nothing wrong with the foil. If you look at the etching on the foil, you can just see the print effects that they put on these cards are amazing. But the colors and the reflections are astounding. And the back on this one's perfect. I saw a PSA 10 online just the other day of this card. And this card looked better than that one that was slabbed. So I'm hoping for, this is at least a PSA 9. Really, this is, you know, out of all, these four here are really unflawed cards. This one's got the flaws, but these here are the ones that I'm hoping to get graded, hoping to get good grades, and I'll report back what grades they are. Keep in touch, and I'll inform you guys. Take care. Happy hunting.